Adversity. Adversity is beneficial to us. Prosperity is apt to prevent us from examining our conduct, but adversity leads us to think properly of our state and so is beneficial to us. Adversity causes the mind to think properly. In a time when everything goes well, my mind is pampered with enjoyment, possessiveness, etc. Only in times of adversity, privation, or mishap does my mind function and think properly of my state. This close examination of self strengthens my mind and leads me to understand and be understood. The value of foolish questions. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Never waste energy on worries and negative thoughts. I mean, who has the most insecure job, as I have? What do I live on? My faith in my ability that I'll make it. Sure, my back screwed me up good for a year, but with every adversity comes a blessing because a shock acts as a reminder to oneself that we must not get stale in routine. Anxiety is a defense. Don't be forecasting evil unless it is what you can guard against. Anxiety is good for nothing if we can't turn it into a defense. There is no shame in losing. It is not a shame to be knocked down by other people. The important thing is to ask when you're being knocked down, why am I being knocked down? If a person can reflect in this way, then there is hope for this person. To be able to do the things we want sometimes requires the performance of a few we don't. Just as the maintaining of good health may require the taking of unpleasant medicine, so the condition of being able to do the things we enjoy often requires the performance of a few we don't. Remember, my friend, that it is not what happens that counts, it is how you react to them. Your mental attitude determines what you make of it, either a stepping stone or a stumbling block. Sorrow as educator. Sorrows are our best educator. A man can see further through a tear than a telescope. The forms of stupidity. Stupidity assumes two forms: it speaks or is silent. Mute stupidity is bearable. The world is full of troublemakers. The world is full of people who are determined to be somebody or give trouble. They want to get ahead to stand out. Such ambition has no use for a man of Tao who rejects all forms of self assertiveness and competition. Adversity shocks you to higher levels. With adversity, you are shocked to higher levels, much like a rainstorm that is so violent, but yet afterwards all plant grows. Adversity is like a rainfall. Adversity is like the period of the former and of the latter rain, cold, comfortless, unfriendly to man and to animal. Yet from that season have their birth the flower and the fruit, the date, the rose, and the pomegranate. Defeat is education. What is defeat? Nothing but education, nothing but the first step to something better. In solitude, you are least alone. Loneliness is only an opportunity to cut adrift and find yourself. In solitude, you are least alone. Make good use of it. The value of frustration. Without frustration, you will not discover that you might be able to do something on your own. We grow through conflict. Bear insults patiently. There is nothing that will enable you to pursue your course in greater peace than the patient bearing of an insult. Patience is not passive; on the contrary, it is concentrated strength. Be cautious whom you trust. Don't easily trust anyone on this earth because there are all kinds. The wise can draw advantage from mishap. No accidents are so unlucky but that the wise may draw some advantage from them. Nor are there any so lucky that the foolish may turn them to their own prejudice. Anxiety. Anxiety is the gap between the now and the then. So if you are in the now, you can't be anxious because your excitement flows immediately into ongoing spontaneous activity. The critic. Empty heads have long tongues. Commonly, they, whose tongue is their weapon, use their feet for defense. There are always obstacles on the road to achievement. Believe me that in every big thing or achievement there are always obstacles, big or small, and the reaction one shows to such obstacles is what counts, not the obstacle itself. There's no such thing as defeat until you admit so yourself, but not until then. Inner resistance is not the solution. Whether I like it or not, circumstances are thrust upon me, and being a fighter at heart, I sort of fight it in the beginning, but soon realize what I need is not inner resistance and needless conflict in the form of dissipation, rather by joining forces to readjust and make the best of it. Don't add worry to your troubles. Serene, detached from all results, ready to fight or run, to win or lose, and always ready to laugh at all things. Take whatever comes. Your child is ill, you say, or you cannot pay the rent? Very well. Accept these facts and face them. Are they not trouble enough in themselves without adding the aggravation of worry to them? You cannot clear muddied water with your hand. Who is there that can make muddy water clear? But if allowed to remain still, it will become clear of itself. Who is there that can secure a state of absolute repose? But keep calm and let time go on, and the state of repose will gradually arrest. Worry only creates problems for those around you. One who is possessed by worry not only lacks the poise to solve his own problems, but by his nervousness and irritability creates additional problems for those around him. Learn to walk on. Why add the tension of emotion or thought to a situation which is illusion to the extent that it is real, of a passing moment, in any event the result of previous causes? Do what seems wise to be done. Forget it and walk on. Walk on and see a new view. Walk on and see the birds fly. Walk on and leave behind all things that would dam up the inlet or clog the outlet of experience.